Reading from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela, Chapter 2, Text 22. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Okay. Seta Govinda, Sakshat Chaitanya Gosai, Jiva Nishtarite Aiche, Dayalu Aranai. So that Govinda personally appears as Chaitanya Gosai. No other Lord is as merciful in delivering the fallen souls. Having described Govinda in terms of his Brahman and Paramatma features, now the author of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita advances his argument to prove that Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the identical personality. So the past few verses was taken from the Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami quotes from the Srimad Bhagavatam saying that Krishna is the Supreme Lord and that Brahman and Paramatma are his features. And that learned transcendentalists see this, So then now what is he establishing? That this same Bhagwan, this same Lord Krishna has come now as Lord Chaitanya. Is non-different, identical personality. The same Lord Sri Krishna in the garb of a devotee of Sri Krishna descended to this mortal world to reclaim the fallen human beings who had misunderstood the personality of Godhead even after the explanation of the Bhagavad Gita. So why did Lord Chaitanya come? Why did Krishna come as Lord Chaitanya? For us, for our benefit, for Kali Yuga people, because in Kali Yuga we have no qualification, we are unlucky, we are unfortunate, we have short lives, our minds are always disturbed. So then Krishna is like, how are these people going to come back? How are they going to come back to me? They will continue living in the material world. So he came to reclaim us. And because he gave the instruction of Bhagavad Gita, just surrender unto me. But people were not following this instruction. How to follow the instruction? They didn't know. In the Bhagavad Gita, the personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, directly instructed that the Supreme is a person, that the impersonal Brahman is his glowing effulgence, and that the Paramatma is his partial representation. All men were therefore advised to follow the path of Sri Krishna, leaving aside all mundane isms. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna himself says, yes, the Brahma Jyoti, the Brahman is the light coming from his body. The Paramatma, he is the Paramatma in everyone's heart. From him comes remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. He explained everything. But as time went by, we forgot, people forgot. And not only forgot, but misinterpreted. Often offenders misunderstood this instruction, however, because of their poor fund of knowledge. Thus, by his causeless, unlimited mercy, Sri Krishna came again as Sri Chaitanya Gosai. So Krishna does not need to come. He does not, but he's so compassionate. He's so compassionate that he does not want us to continue suffering in this material world. So he came again as 500 years ago as Lord Chaitanya to teach us how we can go back home, to give us the highest love of God. Even when Krishna came 5,000 years ago, he didn't give anyone love of God. But when he came as Lord Chaitanya, he gave freely without considering which family a person is born in, what gender they are, what community, what country, anyone and everyone. the author of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, most emphatically stresses that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Sri Krishna himself. He is not an expansion of the Prakash or Vilas forms of Sri Krishna. So we see that Krishna, sometimes he expands, same looking like himself, as he did with the gopis for the Ras Leela or for the queens in Dwarka. He expanded, looking same like himself. Or he also expands as Balaramji, looks little different, But Lord Chaitanya is not an expansion of Krishna. He is Swayam Rupa Govinda. He's Krishna himself, Shyam Sundar himself. Apart from the relevant scriptural evidence forwarded by Srila Krishnadas Goswami, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, there are innumerable other scriptural statements regarding Lord Chaitanya's being the Supreme Lord himself. The following examples may be cited. So we have been reading that Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami was telling us, giving us the evidence. How is it that Lord Chaitanya is Krishna himself? And then few other examples are given from the Chaitanya Upanishad. 5. Gaura Sarvatma Mahapurusho Mahatma Mahayogi Trigunatitaha Sattvarupo Bhaktim Loke Kashyati. Lord Gaura, who is the all-pervading super soul, the supreme personality of Godhead, appears as a great saint and a powerful mystic who is above the three modes of nature and is the emblem of transcendental activity. He disseminates the cult of devotion throughout the world. So we cannot accept anyone as Krishna cheaply. In Kali Yuga, otherwise we will have 7 billion Krishnas. Everyone will claim they are Krishna. Like that's the reason even Parikshit Maharaj, when he asked to hear about the incarnations of the Lord, the expansions of the Lord from Sukadev Goswami. Why? To know, okay, what is the evidence in the Vedas? And not only evidence in the Vedas, but it should be confirmed by the pure devotees. So both of them, in the Vedic authority and the pure devotee authority. So here again, a few other examples are given that why is Mahaprabhu accepted as Sri Krishna. It's written in the Chaitanya Upanishad that Lord Gaura is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He's called Gaura because of his golden color. It's called Gaura. And then he's called the Super Soul because, yes, Super Soul is his feature, his partial representation. And he appears as a great saint and a powerful mystic. So he didn't appear he didn't openly say that I'm God. No, he came in the mood of a devotee. And he's above the three modes of material nature. So although he came in this material world, he is not affected by Rajogun, Tamogun, and Sattvagun. He's the emblem of transcendental activity. All his activities are transcendental, not material like us. When God comes amongst us as human beings, what is our tendency is we start thinking he's like us, his activities are like us, his body is like us, or he also is in this material world, so he is also acting out of karma. But no, when God comes, he's coming by his own free will. So it's all transcendental. And what was his activity? He disseminates the cult of devotion throughout the world. This is the reason that he came, to give Krishna consciousness to everyone throughout the world. And 2, from the Shvetasvatara Upanishad 6.7 and 3.12, Tam Ishwaranam Paramam Maheshwaram tam devatanam paramam cha devatam patim patinam paramam parastad vidama devam bhuvanesham idyam. So what is written here? O Supreme Lord, you are the Supreme Maheshwar, the worshipable deity of all the demigods and the Supreme Lord of all lords. You are the controller of all controllers, the personality of Godhead, the Lord of everything worshipable. So this is a prayer to the Supreme Lord, that you are the Supreme Lord, the Lord of Lords, means there's no one above you. You are the controller of all controllers. So there are so many controllers. There are so many demigods controlling so many departments. And we, the human beings also, we have tiny control. We have certain control, whatever we say, maybe influence over our family or control of whatever, our work, our house, or, tiny control. Then there are demigods who have a higher control. But what Krishna is the controller of all controllers, the personality of Godhead. He's the worshipable deity of all the demigods. He's the supreme Lord of all the lords. So there are so many lords, but Krishna is the supreme Lord of all the lords, the Lord of everything worshipable. Then it goes on to say, Mahan Prabhu Vai Purusha Satavasye Sa Pravar Kata Pravartakaha Su Nirmalam Imam Praptim Ishano Jyotir Avyayaha. That Supreme Personality of Godhead is Mahaprabhu, who disseminates transcendental enlightenment. Just to be in touch with him is to be in contact with the indestructible Brahma Jyoti. So that Lord Chaitanya is the same Supreme Lord. He's the same Sri Krishna. Mahaprabhu is Lord Chaitanya. And what is his main activity when Lord Chaitanya comes? To disseminate transcendental enlightenment. He was Yare Dekha Tare Kaha Krishna Upadesh. He wanted to give this knowledge to everyone, that, hey, you're not the soul. I'm sorry, you're not the body, you're the soul. Get out of here. You have an eternal relationship with Krishna. You're eternal part and parcel of Krishna. You're eternal servant of Krishna. So from the Mundaka Upanishad 3.13, Yada Pashya Pashyate Rukma Varnam Kartaram Isham Purusham Brahmayonim. One who sees that the golden colored personality of Godhead, the Supreme Lord, the Supreme Actor, who is the source of the Supreme Brahman, is liberated. So Mundaka Upanishad also, there's another evidence saying that Lord Chaitanya is Krishna himself. Golden colored personality of Godhead. Lord Chaitanya's bodily color is golden. The Supreme Actor, who is the source of the Supreme Brahman. Source of Supreme Brahman means the Brahma Jyoti is coming from the bodily effulgence of Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya and Lord Krishna are non-different. Only the color is different and the mood is different. The color is different because Lord Chaitanya comes in the mood of Srimati Radharani, comes in the mood of a devotee. So he's taking on Srimati Radharani's color. Srimati Radharani's color is golden. Her bodily hue is golden. So with her compassion, she wants everyone to be connected to Krishna. She's very, very compassionate. So with her mood, he has come. Then, let's see how many are here. It's still a long one. Shall we stop here for today? Because this is still a bit long. We don't want to rush it. Yeah. So we'll continue reading from the same verse tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining in. Today, Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Shla Prabhupada ki jai, Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.